are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Ready, break.
They'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
On second down, Tua. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Rolling to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Daniel Bellinger, the intended target that time. And that'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got him in, and it's out. He put it on the carpet and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he's got some space here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler to the 36-yard line. Stop there. The Chargers at 9-3 here on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on second and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. It's Williams on the catch. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now it's Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. From the 2 now, second and goal. Michel trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Hopkins' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Tua to try again on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but his defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Slot man moves right. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Second down at 5. And the slot man goes in motion left. On second down, Michel. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, Eckler. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here we go. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Always got some breathing room. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 19-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Tua going to throw. Bellinger hauls it in out left side. Touchdown! Daniel Bellinger, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from taking the lead. And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40, 30. But he is finally run down. Would have been 2 if he'd made it all the way, but instead, simply a missed extra point.
You and I have not met a coaching staff yet that likes to coach negative situations. You know, even plant that in their head. But you have to work on what happens if you get an extra point blocked. Because now they can pick it up and return it for 2 points. You have to go over that.
Nice job to get back there and make the tackle, preventing them from getting all the way. The Charger drive about to get going.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. In motion right comes Allen. Now on 2nd and 13. Herbert. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Back to throw here, Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now Tua. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
The Charger drive about to get going.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Now Hill to return it.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Again, it's Sermon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped out behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Throw right side. Going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Another catch there for Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 35 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Ready.
2 now on first down. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
From just shy of midfield, Tua. That's taken in by Callaway. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Herbert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Herbert on first down now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Running on first down, Eckler.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 41, Herbert.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Two and now on first down.
This to the outside, it's Sermon.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Straight ahead, it's Sermon.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to Sermon on first down.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
They run once more with Sermon.
And he'll go down at the 28.
Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Up the middle, here's Sermon. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now.
26, Chargers 11.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Sermon, they'll try the left side with it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
78 yards on the ground now for Sermon. He's got a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Okay, ready?
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Tua.
They set up the screen for Sermon.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Trey Sermon.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good.
Dolphins 33, Chargers 11.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On the handoff, Sermon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they're not going to get the kickoff in time.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now a handoff, Sermon. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. This is Sermon, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So 4th down, 2 departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Up the middle with Eckler.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Once more, here's Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 9-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd and a couple. Herbert flushed out right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain. So when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Michel going to try again. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. start for the Miami Dolphins, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them with just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Dolphins, the win is their 8th on the year.